This
Let me
conference will now be recorded.
share you my screen. And as you know, guys, that today is a first session. Today is a demo session, but actually it is a first sessions come demo, you can say. Why basically, in this courses, in the Selenium courses, we are going to cover manual testings, and plus, most demanding, tool, which is Selenium for automation testing, we are going to cover. Apart from that, if you will learn automation, then you need to know one framework, uh, you will have to. So Cucumber basically we are going to cover, and we'll be studying a Java basics, so that we will be able to automate any pages, web-based pages. Okay. So that basically, guys, we are going to learn in this session. But most important thing is, when you start, when you come for learning software testing, then a lot of things come in your mind, that what basically we are going to do in the software testings, right? uh, Basically, when you compare this technology with other technology, because a lot of people, they are from non-IT background, and some of them are working in some BPO, or some of them are working in manual testings also. If they are trying to learn some advanced manual testings and some automations, because we all know, right, that in current market automation is very high in demand, but as well as you need to have a good concept of, I would say, core concept of manual testing, right? So those basically, we are going to I would request, please unmute yourself. Uh, One second. Sai Krishna, can you unmute yourself? Okay. Yeah. So most important thing, when it comes to testing, we need to know that how we are going to test, right? Basically, you will have to test some product. It used to be feel like simple, right? That there will be some product and you will have to test, because for everything what coming in the market, that going with some process, right? Quality control process or quality assurance. So basically we will be learning a quality assurance, right? QA. And why this, what basically you are going to learn in this course, if I would say, one thing I can, one thing I would say that I can guarantee you is that if you'll continue with me for the next 50 hour, like 50 hour, maybe our session will be more than that even. If you will attend the regular sessions daily, then I would, like guarantee from my side that you will be able to automate one web page. That whether you are having any knowledge in codings and all, that's keep aside, because we are not going to learn everything in Java. We'll be learning just 2% or 3% of Java. The way I'll teach you guys, that so that you will be able to automate it. See, in every trainings what happened, right? That in training, when it comes to training, people think that okay, they will be teaching us theoreticals, and after learning theoretical, we will go and after end of the course, we will not have anything. All the teacher has completed all the syllabus, and I don't have any knowledge. But I will not cover a lot of things. I will cover only those things, so that but I'll cover the way you will be able to do a automation in the real time. Why? Because I'm also a working professional, and I know how the process is basically going on in the software testing industry. So that will be the one thing. Apart from that, I would say is, by end of this course, you will be mastered in automation. Like, as I told you, right, that this course will include a manual testing, and after manual testing, we'll start some brush up in Java basics. Then again, we'll start manual testing and then automation testing. Once we'll become pro in that, then we will jump to then we will jump to Cucumber BDD framework, and then we'll learn those things. why when we say that automations testing, right? Do you know the what is going on in the current market? If there is 100 requirement, coming in the market, then out of 100 requirement, 97 requirement will be for automation testing, and only 3 requirement will be for manual testing. Do you know why? The reason behind is automation, they know, a recruiter, they know that if I will be hiring any candidate who is having a automation knowledge, then obviously that people will have a knowledge of manual testing. Although this is a different thing, and this is a reality in the market, that you have given your interview on automation, but at the end of the day you will be ending up with doing a manual testings. Because in the market, uh, in every organizations I'm talking about, not about specifically any survey based company, but even if you will go with product based company, what will happen is uh, there will be a frequent releases. I know that you might don't know what is releases, but there will be a frequent releases, and what happen is they will prefer to do it fast. And right, for automation testing you'll have to write a script, it will take time, and then you will have to execute it. But for manually testing, like you can go and based on the requirement you can check the application, right? So, but yeah, but at the time of interview, they will ask you all the automations question. Do you know why? Because they will not prefer you because you are having only a manual testings knowledge. They will prefer those people who are having manual testing knowledge as well as automations testing. So in this course, our agenda is to teach you manual testing as well as automation testing plus one framework. Actually, three things we are covering here. Okay. First, manual testing, we'll be teaching you with how we are going to write the test cases. I'll explain you what is test cases and all. You don't have to worry about that. I'll explain you how to write the test cases, how you can read the BRD document, and then how, based on the test cases, how you'll be writing the automation test script, and then, how you'll be automating the any real-time application. And what uniqueness in this training, because you might get a very good trainer than me in YouTube, and a lot of trainer are available in YouTube, in Udemy, where you can get a very good trainer, like, I would say far more better than me. But why basically you have come and approach to me? The reason is we will be like, it will not be like, training, because we will be having a lot of we will be having a very less people. And the reason behind that is we will be guiding you through each applications. If we are working with any applications testing, we'll be guiding with each step by step how we will be approaching toward a testing. Let's suppose if we are studying core Java, then I'll not just come and give you a theories and it will end. It will be like, because we will be having a very few people. So what will happen is you can share your screen and I can help you, and whatever the knowledge I'm having, I'll try to share those knowledge. And definitely, if you will, whatever the knowledge I'm having, if you will grasp at least 50% of that, even, you will, it's very easy for you to clear any interview actually. Apart from that, I would say that in this uh, as I told, right, that in this training we'll be covering a framework as well. So that is our main agenda. But yeah, framework, I know that you guys are from very maybe some of you are from non-IT, and you don't have any background of testing, you don't know IT. But trust me guys, in this industry, nothing is easier than testing. If you really want to start your career in IT, as a software engineer, then this is the first thing. Like, this is, I would say, this is the easiest thing in the IT industry, and which is called software testing. The reason behind is, here you will be the last part, you will be the end user. What happened in end user, they used to test the applications, they don't know that Facebook application, the people who are using the Facebook application, they don't know, but actually they are also testing the application, you know so testing is basically, what happened is, we we basically used to test our applications daily. Okay. And we know everything. If I'll ask you how to create a post in Facebook, I hope, I think, you all would have known that, right? So the same thing you'll have to do in manual testings, or and if you're working with automation, then you'll have to do the same thing with automation testing, right? So let's come to next slide. As I told you, right, that I know that you all people might you all people might not be aware of anything, because you are from non-IT background and you don't have any experience. So how you will be approach, and how will be process progress in this software testing industry. So that's why we will be starting everything from scratch, so that you will understand basically how we are going to work in this industry. Because as I told you, right, I'm having a real time experience, so I know everything, like how the process starts, and from where we start, and where we end, and what are the mid steps that we do. Everything I'm having. Apart from that, why this course is unique, the second reason behind that is we will be covering project four real-time project. Two project I'll explain you. I'll do the automation, I'll do the manual testing for that, I'll be writing the feature file, I'll be writing the test cases, I'll be doing everything for that two project. But in the next two project, I can assure you, if you guys are attending daily sessions of mine, definitely, I can guarantee from my side that you will be able to do that two project. For the last 10, and I would say 10 to 12 batches, I'm having experience, of people who have regularly joined the batches. They are, irrespective of how they were before, I don't care. But after, regular session, they are able to automate, they are able to write the manual test cases, they are able to test those applications. The reason behind is, I know that I cannot guarantee you that after learning this course you will be able to clear your interview. But what I can guarantee you is, after this courses, you will be able to automate the application, you will be able to test the application, you will be able to write the manual test cases, you will be able to read the BRD document, and you will be able to do that everything. Okay, that those things, I can assure you from my side. And apart from that, let's I think course content you guys will be having, uh, but as I told, like, let me give you quickly overview how we'll be approaching towards this course. First, what we will be doing is, we'll be covering the manual testings concept. Like, we will try to complete our 50% of concept of manual testings first, in the first portion of our lecture, I would say, first part. And in the second part, we will go to core Java basics. Like, we will be studying only those things which is required for testing, not everything, because we don't have to become a Java developer, right? One second. Because we know, right, that we don't have to become a Java developer. What we are going is, we need to have only those, like, only that knowledge which is required, so that I'll be able to do automation. Nobody will doubt on me that, no, this guy does not know anything. I think what he has done, I don't know, he has not any real time work experience, those things, right? So our main goal is to know how to do work, not to know theories and all. Okay, so that is the main goal. So in the second thing, like, after this course you'll be able to know how to do work. Okay, apart from that, third part will be a Selenium, where we will be in Selenium courses. What will happen is, we will be studying manual testings plus automation testing. So manual automation, in that way we will be covering whole Selenium courses. Like, if we are having a lot of things, like, if you want to, let's suppose, log in the Facebook application, then you have to enter a username and then password and click on login. So how basically you can write the manual test cases for that, those things we'll be studying. Apart from that, how we can automate that, those also will be studying. So a lot of things there will be studying, like, it will be like, manual plus automation, both will be studying. Okay, then in the last part of our this trainings will be a framework and end-to-end testing of the application. That will cover your concept of how you gonna approach because I know that, right? You might not have any experience, you might will take some experience document and all, right? So what I'm just telling you guys is uh yeah, what I'm telling you guys is what you will have to do is what someone is texting, 1 second. Hare Krishna Chaudhary. Okay, Krishna, you can talk to me later. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, I know that you guys not you might not having experience in this, or you might be working in any industry, in manual testing, or might be in non-IT. So you are coming to here. So by end of this course, my target is at least you will be having a knowledge, so that if you will get selected in any companies, you will be having a, like, they will not doubt on you. Because if you are like, a lot of people have seen that they don't prefer to learn. They told, like, once I will get the job, then I will learn. Okay, basically this does not work. Okay, this does not work, guys. I'm telling you from my side, like, if you will be following that kind of approach, trust me, it will not work. Okay, what I used to tell the people is, try to learn the, everything from starting, and try to give interviews also. So what will happen is, when this course will end, at the time of your, if you got by luck, if you got the job, then what will happen is everything will be fresh on your mind, and at the time you'll be starting working, and what will happen is everything will be fresh. Then if any manager or anyone will ask you that, oh, do you know that what is this, how to write the test cases, do you know how to write the features file, do you know how to do a click in automation, you can simply say, yeah, I know that. So you'll be very confident at the time. But try to understand, if you don't know anything, and if someone will ask you, like, do you know this? No, I don't know. Oh, how you got the job? Like, then you can think of it, right, how embarrassing it is. So what I'm saying, guys, is, try to learn, even if it is taking time, that's fine. Taking time is fine. Okay, but learning is important. Okay, if you know the things, you can, like, I would say, you can crack this job easily, easily. Because software testing is, it's very easy, trust me, guys, it's very easy. If you will continue with me, and you will continuously attend the classes, it's my guarantee that you will be able to automate it. It's my guarantee. But if you will think that, no, I don't think that it is easy, like, it is becoming tough and tough. Trust me, guys, it will be tough. See, in every courses, if 100% course is there, definitely 30% will be tough. But only those people succeed in any field. I'm not talking about only uh, this trainings, in any field, whether it is even if you talk about marathon, what happened? Do you really think that people who win is a very fast racer, who run fast? No, people who are consistent, the people, the marathon racer, who are consistent, they only win the race. Because you cannot win the race if you run fast. You have to maintain a consistency. Okay, so consistency is important. So what I'm saying is, if you are attending these training classes, some days there will be downs, some days there will be ups. So you don't have to demotivate. Okay, that I would say. If you will be continuously attending the classes, then I can say that definitely you'll be able to crack it. Apart from that, guys, uh, I'll explain you this manual testing. Like, in manual testing, a lot of things are there. Like, ignore these things. And automation testing, will be covering this Selenium. A lot of automation testing tools in the market nowadays, Cypress, Protector, Catalan, these things are very popular nowadays. But although, this, they have not no any choice of Selenium. The reason behind it, it is free. Apart from a lot of SOAP UI and Appium, Postman is there. Postman is nowadays, it's booming actually. But although the Selenium is in very high in demand. Apart from that, why this course is important, as I told you, right? The reason behind is, it's not like a training. You can take it as a job oriented, help. It's like a guidance. Why? Because we are helping the people. If you have to take a training, then obviously you can go in YouTube, as I told you, right? You will find, trust me, you will find 100 times more better lecturer than me. I'm nowhere in front of them. But why? Because the problem is they will not be able to guide you. And if you are learning anything, so you need a one guider, who can guide. You need one guides who can guide you at every problem if you are facing. Let's suppose you are going with the YouTubes, and if you stuck at somewhere, then it will be tough for you and it will take too much time. But if you are having guides, then what will happen is you can just simply ask them and he will try to solve your problem. So this training is, it's like a training plus it's like a support also. We are giving you support so that you will be able to, so that you will be able to grow in this career. Okay. So that is one, our agenda is. Apart from that, we know that, right? You all guys have came here because you might be looking job in IT, or you might be from non-IT background, or you might be working in manual testings, you want to learn automation. So everyone will be having their own needs, right? But definitely one need will be common for all of you is getting job, right? So we don't leave you like this, bro, like guys, right? Like, we'll be just giving you what we say, just trainings, and we'll be leaving you. It will be not like that. What will happen basically here is, we'll be creating your Naukri profile, and we'll be updating your project. Because what will happen is, a lot of people, you might not be having a real-time work experience, right? So how you will be putting your project, and how you'll be explaining your project, and what or so those dummy projects, and we will be putting for you, and we'll be preparing your resumes as well. Apart from that, we will help you, like how you can get maximum call. What happened, guys, is, we know, right? We people, don't know that how to use some job portal. A lot of job portals are there in the market, like Naukri is there, Times Job is there, Indeed is there, right? So we don't know, right, that how to use this job portal. So we will be helping you. A lot of people in the market, they are charging the huge money, 2000, 3000, 4000 for this resume preparations, and Naukri profile creations. Some people are paying, like I would say premium account they are getting. So what I'm saying is, you guys will not have to pay. Okay. And we will be helping you till you get the job. That's our agenda is. And we will make sure that after this course you will have a one job. That will be our guarantee, and that will be our responsibility. And apart from that, what I would say is, from the 10th day of this classes only, we will start putting your resumes, and in your job portal, and and we'll start all the uh, job processes start, so that you will start getting calls from the companies, and you will understand that how this job oriented training course is working. And parallelly you will also learn like what we are learning, right? So that is our agenda is, guys. Apart from that, see, this guy is having a 7507 search appearance in 483 good actions. So a lot of that guy got. Apart from that, we will be helping you with your LinkedIn account. Why LinkedIn account is important? Do you know what happened? Nowadays the company will verify, whether you are genuine or not. So what they will do is, they used to check your LinkedIn account. See, getting job is not easy. You need a very selective approach to get the job, to hunt the job, because a lot of candidates are there, right? A lot of candidates are there in the market, and they all are a job seeker. So how you need to do something unique, then only you will be able to hunt that job. So that uniqueness you need to have, and we will provide you that how that uniqueness you can generate in yourself. A lot of people, they don't have LinkedIn account, trust me. They don't basically even create this, you know and a lot of time, the recruiter and the companies, the BGP teams, they used to verify. Okay, and then after 2 months, 3 months, they come across that, okay, this guy is not genuine, he's having some. So I hope you understand what I meant to say. So what I'm telling you guys is we'll be helping you with this LinkedIn account as well, and that will be our agenda, guys. So this was the guys for this, but now let's understand a very important thing, that is software testing, right? We talk a lot of thing about software testing, right? But we don't understand now what is software testing. So let me explain you what is software testing. Okay. So what happen is there are two kind of software testing. Okay. When it comes to testing, do you know what is testing? Testing is very easy. If anyone asks you to explain what is testing, you just have to say if expected result uh, is equal to actual result, then that is called testing. When expected result is equal to actual result, then that is called testing. Okay. So there could be a hardware testing also, right? And there could be a software testing as well. Hardware testing is what? You will be testing microcontroller, you will be testing speaker, you will be testing IC, you will be testing diode, resistance. A lot of things would come in uh, hardware testings, right? But here we'll be learning a software testing. And what is software testing? When software development happen, so after the development, what product comes, that product need to be tested before going to the production. Understood? Let me explain you in simple way. Let's open this. Let's suppose this is your Facebook applications. Okay. Do you really think that this application is live, right? This application is live. Do you think that this comes to use you without testing? Do you know lot of rigorous testing this application has gone before coming into the market? Lot of testing. First, what happened? I know that I'll be explaining you guys these things, in very detail in Wednesday session. Tomorrow is holiday, but try to uh, try to understand. Like in this session, like in this application, as you can see here, this Facebook application, what basically happened here is this applications, is gone through a rigorous testings before coming into this production. This is in production and you are using it. Do you know what happened? When first, basically what happened is you used to get a requirement. Okay. You used to get a requirement. So what basically what basically you do for requirement? Let me explain you first that. Okay, and then I'll come with. So testing basically happened. Testing is basically two kind of testing. Okay. Only two kind of testing is there: manual testing and automation testing. Manual testing and automation testing. Okay. Two kind of testing is there, and one testing is manual testing and one testing is automation testing. What is manual testing? When you will be testing this application manually, let's suppose you will be entering your user id, you will be entering your user id and you'll be entering your password and clicking on login. Whether it is logged in happen or not, that is a manual testing. Here what? Human intervention is needed, right? So in manual testing, what happen? You will be doing everything manually, right? Here what I did, I entered manually all the user id, and I enter a password also manually, and then I click on login. If it is logged in, then I told okay, yeah, this application is getting logged in with correct user id and correct password, means application is working and application is ready for testing, ready for productions, right? So do you know what happened before the starting of testing? Business, this Facebook application actually, so basically this Facebook, let's suppose Facebook is your client, Facebook is your business partner, okay, sorry, business owner. And let's suppose if you're working with Infosys, if you're working with Wipro, if you're working with IBM, so what happened basically is uh, in what someone is texting, 1 second. Yes, Lokesh. Yes, correct. So what I'm saying is some project, of Facebook application, Facebook is your big brand, right? And Facebook has given their some project to Infosys, some project to IBM, some project to Wipro. And these all companies are service provider, service based company. And these service based companies are giving service to product of Facebook, product of Facebook, right? So what basically happening here is Facebook came up with a requirement. You want to see? 1 second, let me just create one Word document. I'll try to give you a brief understanding of BRD doc. Okay, 1 second, let me just open this one snipping tool, and I'll explain you how basically we can approach this. What happened is Facebook business team, Facebook business team mock-up sheet. Okay, so Facebook business team, till now no development has happened. Okay, till now what happened is Facebook business team come up with one business requirement document, BRD document. Okay, business requirement document. And they told, I need one URL. In that URL I need one pages. In that page it should, home page, login page should look like this. In this login page there should be Facebook, which should be on blue, and then this text should be there, and this box should be there, and then login button should be there, forgotten password link should be there, and create new account button should be there. So those things should be there. They have come up with some requirement. Then what basically happened is, till now this application is not yet developed. Okay, till now only this document has come. Based on this document, what will happen is, based on this document, 1 second guys, let me explain you everything one by one. Based on this document, what will happen basically is, understanding of BRD, FRD, BRS, FRS. Okay, so what will happen basically is, understanding of BRD, business requirement document, FRD, lot of maybe people term it as a different. FRD, functional requirement document, BRS, business requirement specification, functional requirement specification. So what happen is, as soon as this your client, your Facebook, you are working with IBM, okay, and your client is Facebook. As soon as Facebook come up with one requirement that I need one application, and in that application login page should be look like this. Okay, so as soon as come this, what happen is, developer you know developer started their developer started their understanding of the requirement document. Okay, developer is the started developer, because in that call developer was there, tester were there, BSA team were there, and business team were there, means Facebook people would be there. And because Facebook people need this, right, and who will do for this Facebook people? Service provider are doing. I'm just taking an example, taking an example. Okay, Facebook has already a lot of developers, so yeah, but yeah, a lot of projects are there for some service provider also. Okay, just take it as example. Okay, so what happen is, in Facebook application, as soon as you receive this requirement document, then developer started analyzing the BRD, FRD, BRS, FRS. At the same time, tester also doing, because tester also has to test that application. If tester will not aware of what application is going to develop, then how he will test, right? How they will test? They need to know, right, what application is going to develop. And at the same time, developer is also analyzing. So what happen is, after that, what will happen after that is, basically, uh, as soon as developers start their planning, developers start their documentation, developers start their or those things, coding part, whatever they are doing. Okay, at the same time, tester also start their planning. What tester is doing in the test plan? Tester is basically analyzing, who are going to test this application, in which environment we are going to test, what are the planning that needs to be there, a lot of thing related to that. There will be a separate document, tester will be doing here. And at the same time, developer work is going. Till now, this application is not live. Till now, only analysis is going on based on this mockup sheet who has designed by some graphic designer. This mockup sheet is designed by some graphic designer. This is not a coding. Actual coding is here, for this Facebook. A lot of coding is there, right? Developer has written those coding. So this coding is there. Okay, is there any testing procedure? Obviously, Lokesh, a lot of procedures are there. You'll have to follow how you are going to test. Which methodology you are to test. Whether you are what is first and next. What is first and next means, what you want to understand. Okay, okay, that's fine, Lokesh. We'll come to your questions. Okay, so yeah, a lot of testing procedure is there actually. Some people go with agile, some people go with waterfall models. So all that will be covered in the coming classes actually. Okay, okay, Lokesh. So that will cover in the coming classes. So after that, what will happen is test planning is going on, right? And after the test planning, what will happen is you will have to tester, test scenario. What is test scenario? Test scenario is, let's suppose, first test scenario. What is test scenario? If you want to understand what is test scenario, let me explain you. I'm writing one test scenario. Let's suppose this is one test scenario. What? Validate that user is able to see email address and password text box in Facebook login page. Do you really think that this is tough? What I have written? What if you know English? Then the task is done. You just need to know English. Validate that user is able to see email address and password text box in Facebook application login page. This is your first test scenario. Second test scenario is validate that user is able to see login button in Facebook login page. This is your second scenario. In that way, you can have other scenario as well. Validate that validate that user is able to log in with correct user ID, and correct password Validate that user is able to successfully log in. User is able to successfully log in FB application with correct user and correct password. Again, you can say validate that user is not able to log in application with wrong user ID and wrong password. Validate that user is able to not log in with wrong password but correct user ID. Validate that user is not able to log in with correct user ID, wrong password. Validate that user is able to see the forget password link. Validate that user is able to see the create new account button. Validate that user is able to see the create page link. So lot of things. These all are the test scenario. Okay. So here in test scenario, it will be right. After that, test scenario is what? It is a high level test specification of the application. And in test cases what? After that, test cases will happen. In test cases, basically a detailed level of test specification of that particular test scenario. Validate that user is able to see email address and phone text box login page. What you needs to do? When user enter, let's suppose user open a browser. After that, user uh, open the browser, and after that user after that user type this URL and click on enter. Then user validate that. Three steps is there, right? One is open browser, second launch the URL, click on enter, and then validate. Three steps there, right? So this is very simple application, so it might looks very easy, right? But in real time, it will be more than 16 steps, 15 steps. Okay, but the concept is same. Concept is not different. Okay, concept is same. So what I meant to say is you need to know these things. I'll be explaining you guys in details. I'm just trying to give you overview. Okay, so test cases will write, after that test executions will happen, and if defect and all those things we'll cover in the next classes, guys, on Wednesday. So as I told you, right, this is a demo come first session. So we have just understand what is software testings, how we gonna test it. And in automation testings, right, I'll explain you in details like these things, how we are going to approach from manual testing to automation testing. So definitely what I can tell you guys now is if you will be with me for continuous, it should not be like that you are attending the classes and then you're just skipping the classes, and you're going to watch the recorded session. Definitely it will not helps you out. If you will be regular in the classes, trust me, guys, uh, you can trust me. At least I can make sure that you will be able to automate, and that is my target. And manual testing will be a cakewalk for you guys. The way I'll teach you manual testing, you don't have to worry about anything. But my main target is I'll have to learn you, and I'll have to you know like teach you everything in automation so that you will be able to automate. And that is my first and foremost target, and definitely I'll achieve that. And but you will have to attend the daily classes sessions, and definitely if you want to attend, I'll ping you, I'll call you. Those things I'll have to do. But yeah, that because I won't be able to achieve my target unless you will support. Because it's not something like that I'll just give you one pills and you just fever gone. It is not like that. You will have to work hard with me also. So that is what, guys, for this sessions, and we'll meet on Wednesday again. If you guys are having any questions, you can ask.
Yeah, hi Samir, Dhananjay here.
Yes, Dhananjay.
Yeah, Wednesday at what time we have a session?
Wednesday we'll be having this 9 p.m. actually.
Okay.
Okay. uh okay, Dhananjay. And okay, Karthik, if you're not having any questions, then we can wrap up this sessions. or or do you guys have any questions then?
I hope like There are no questions from the students.
Okay. Okay, guys. Then, okay, guys. Thank you all for joining for the session, and have a good day. And we'll meet on Wednesday, same timing. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thank you, sir.